Welcome back to another episode. I'm your host, Boniface Otieno, of each podcast where our emphasis on engagement and involvement of all stakeholders in various sports for the betterment of local sports with an aim of ensuring this discussion can pay fruit. I've been joined by two Indian international players through the first two parts of the discussion. So right now I'll be joined by my first repeat guest and my current club KU Vulture legend, with whom we've had various discussion and engagement on and off the pitch on matter sports, art and creative economy. So at this particular point, for those who have not had the episode with Jobu, I just want him to introduce himself slightly, then definitely we are continuing with the with the final discussion on this episode.
Thank you so much, Bonnie, for having me in this last episode. I've been around, but I've really enjoyed what we've been doing the past 2-3 episodes. But now we are on our last episode. Let's be in and kick.
Yes. You've already, I think you're around in the back listening to some of the discussions we've had. It's been light and also enlightening on knowing their background as well. So maybe something a bit sensitive or something heavy. We all experienced the pandemic differently. I don't know how you guys handled this situation while in India, and how did you come out on top?
I think the world was going through a very, very tough time. And for the athletes, be it any sport, they always say it, and scientifically it is proven clearly, that every athlete for 2 years who hasn't trained have gone 5 years back. It was very difficult, and some of them were so poor, and they had to stay in a house for 2 years without any facilities, not going out, especially in Mumbai where we used to stay. I think in the whole world we had the most number of deaths. Mumbai was the highest number of deaths we were having. In India, of course, they were having more number of deaths. It was a tough phase for a lot of them lost their loved ones. It wasn't easy for everyone to maintain that. But as I said, I will say a lot of sports person who have played sports and have been doing exercise regularly survived. A lot of them who haven't exercised in their life, or they were a bit fat, or though they lost their life because of the immunity system. So I think sports people will say, but at the same time, when it comes to athletes, for us as well, it was the most difficult phase of our life, I will say.
Okay, there is this aspect whereby now we've talked about the sporty aspect, whereby you see that most of our players, they tend to avoid the aspect of working out and all that, and that's what really kept most of the people in terms of health and fitness.
Yeah.
What will you talk about on that?
Yeah, that's what I said. Like 5 years we have gone back when it comes to sport, and a lot of them faced when this first started. I will say in India it started in 2021, and they started the unlocking the restrictions and rules regulations. For us, for 1 week we forgot that we were a hockey player. In one sprint we felt like something is wrong with us. I don't know what are we going to be alive, because for 2 years because your body adapts that, and to come up and again to refresh, it was a refresh start. I will say for everyone who is alive, it's a 2.0. It's a new life, and I think the way we have started it, I think it just happened whatever it was meant to happen. But now we take it ahead, in just with God's grace, we keep doing well with good health and good mental health as well, because I feel more than the physical health is the mental health.
Anup, what was your experience on this?
I think it was a really hard time for the people, the poor people, mainly because they didn't have any resources. They didn't have, as you say, the rich had a lot of resources. They had enough food at the home. The poor had to go out. They had to search for food. So I think the poor were the affected ones, and they lost their lives, and we feel very sorry for them, and I hope the family is able to survive right now, and things have been doing. And also I think the people who were stronger, they had good immunity, the strong immunity,
Yeah.
they could come out and help. Even in Kenya, in Nairobi, or any part of the world, who were strong enough, they could come out, they could feed people,
Mhm.
the animals. Even the animals were affected. I wouldn't say only the human beings. Even the animals were dying because they had no food, nothing on the roads, no one was feeding them. So I think the people who are stronger, the stronger immunity, those who were previously working out, they knew their immune system was strong.
Okay.
So they weren't getting affected that much. But the olders, they were getting affected the most. The obese people, they were affecting it the most because there were a lot of heart attacks going on all around the world.
Yeah.
Oxygen problem, obviously you're unable to breathe.
Sure. Then you realize the free air we breathe wasn't as free enough for
really.
people.
Yeah, that's right. And I think as an athlete, as a lot of people were coming out, I was one of them. I was going out, I was working. After a few months, we were being called back to work. So I have few pictures. There was a big article of me standing and feeding in the trains.
Yeah.
And we used to have to wear like 2 masks, face shield, two gloves. It was a difficult time, but that's the thing. You have this responsibility where I was coming back home. I knew my parents are home, but you have to serve the country, you have to serve the people, you have to look up to the people.
Yeah.
So salute to all the heroes who came up, who helped the people.
Doctors were the biggest gods.
Yeah.
At that
So I should
particular
salute
time.
the people
Build
who
respect.
a
were
big
helping the
salute to
people
them.
around
Yes.
without giving the reticence I'll be affected, my family will be affected. So yeah, I think the people who had good immune system, they survived, they didn't had big issues. But that's the thing, if you're fit enough, it plays a big part.
Yeah.
If I tell a huge fat man to run 100 meters, he won't be able to. But if I tell you,
It will be difficult.
yeah. So I think everyone should be fit, not fit, at least healthy. Healthy
Yes.
enough to
Okay.
face everything.
Yeah, you have touched on a very important bit there: mental health, wellness, and well-being. Not only during the COVID, but even after, dealing with issues such as not having food, not having work for some of the guys in Kenya, dealing with injuries which you have and can't be able to take care of yourself. How do you maintain? I'm going to open this to everyone. How do you ensure as a player that your mental health is in a good place, or your mental well-being is at a right place for you to continue playing?
I think first thing first, everyone has to understand one thing: mental health is not a disease. It's just part of your life.
True.
Because a lot of people, they don't open up to you because they think that there's something wrong with you.
You're
So as I always-
weaker being for the man.
Yeah, so
You are
they
Yeah.
start putting you names, then they define you. So as I said, it's not a disease. It's just part of your life.
Okay.
Every strong person who have reached at the top have suffered from depression.
Mm.
Everyone sitting here have suffered from depression.
True.
I think the worst part makes you the best person in your career. And it is no shame, it is nothing wrong. You can still go open up to yourself. I have faced it several times, as I told you. Imagine staying in a house with no electricity, no water connection, not even a toilet for 21 years, and my family for 40 years. Just imagine the mental health, how strong they were.
Yes.
After that, I attended 13 junior Indian camps. I was never selected. I was every time dropped. I am the rarest of rarest hockey player in our country who have never played in the juniors. Never ever. Directly went on to play the senior Indian team. That's the mental power.
Okay.
I was very strong in my mind. Even though I have cried in my room, I've locked myself, I have cried, I've not got nothing in my life and everything. But that's what I said. Mental health plays a very important role, especially in this generation of people, where you have accessibility to every single thing. So I think people should just come up, open up to them. Back in India, we read newspaper, we on TV channel, in class 10 standard, like in uni, if they haven't got 80%, they go and suicide. And at times, back when we were studying, we were happy with 40 marks.
Because you already have the pass mark with that.
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
passed.
but
You passed.
exactly, and we feel, in school, you only get education through book, but the real education starts from home.
Exactly.
So I will say to all the people, just be strong, face it, let nothing can pull you down.
Yeah.
You know, there's a saying in Hindi. I can say that, right? People might understand if they know, anyone knows in Hindi, that ये ज़माना झुकता है, झुकाने वाला चाहिए. Because there's a saying, you know, the world bow downs to you if you are ready to do that.
Face
Yeah.
it. If you're ready to face it.
Yes.
Then in another aspect, I can say that you know we were created in God's image and likeness, and at the end of the day, now we were born with various abilities in a
Yeah.
way. The best way or the possible way to fight the mental aspect now is to actually find your strength that will keep
Keep
on
you
pushing
going.
you.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, now we find that, for example, people tend to avoid going to the gym, and I'll literally say it's one of the best therapy that you'll ever
Yeah.
have in your life.
Anup, on your end, how do you keep it in check and just ensure you are at a good place?
I think it's all about the mindset, you know. It's all about the mindset. It's all in the mind. If I say I'm sad, in my head, I'll feel sad.
Yes.
If I say I'm happy, it's the way you face things, you know. And there's a saying, you know, if a man is smiling in his words, he is the most powerful man. For me, even if I'm sad, I'll just start listening to some songs. Ease myself down, you know. Go to the gym, have a good run, come back, cold shower.
Yeah.
It's all about the mindset. And you always have to surround yourself with good people.
Okay.
You know, you shouldn't surround with people where someone's trying to pull you down, someone's always negative, you know. Stay connected to your family. You know, at the end of the day, your family will always be there for you. And it's, again, the mindset.
It's
Your
everything.
mindset should be strong enough, you
Yeah.
know. I don't know about this generation, but our generation, I would say the 90s, oh, come on, they're the best generation ever, I think. And I think, I'm very happy that I was born in 90s because the amount of things, and I'm just take one name, I listen to his podcast a lot, there are a lot of people, like Andrew Tate, obviously. The masculinity you have, it's not about the way he talks, but the facts he talks about. I learned a lot from a lot of people like him about the matrix, about the knowledge, about health, lifestyle, money, entrepreneurship, everything.
Masculinity aspect.
Everything, a man is a man. A man can never cry in front of a woman. It doesn't matter what happens. A man can never go home. Where will go? We are a man. We have to face everything.
Yeah.
So it's a man's job to face everything. God made us a man because we have to do it. You can't run. Where will you run? Home. Where? Look at us.
You can't.
So I think it's all about the
in
mindset.
fact, you might carry it back home, and that's again extra burden on you as the man who is supposed to help.
I think it's all about the mindset.
Okay.
It's the more you have a stronger mindset, the more you can face.
Okay. Still on how we deal with mental wellness, it's on the issue of injuries. I'm sure you've had your fair share of injuries. How did you come out of this, and what are some of these tips you can give people who might experience
the injuries? It always happens when you're not fit enough.
Yeah.
It always happens when you don't have enough rest. It always happens when you're not eating well. It always happens when you're pushing your body to a limit where it's unable to bear it.
Okay.
And when you're unfortunate, when you fall down on the pitch, obviously. Yeah. So you can avoid getting injured by staying fit, by strengthening your body parts, by always eating well, by always resting well, by always recovering in a way, swimming pools, sauna, steam, supplements you eat, like that. Again, back to the point, if you're injured, you need to have a good physiotherapist. The rehab is the most important thing. If you're not getting a proper rehab, you'll never be able to come and play back as you are. We both have been injured in the past. we both have been whacked by sticks and balls. He missed out his Olympics just because he's had a hamstring tear, very
Yes.
terrible one.
And,
So you can imagine
and as
the
he
pain,
said, he felt really
the
down
pain
about
he
the
had in
same.
his
Yes.
heart, missing out for Olympic just because he got injured. But he came back stronger.
Yes.
He had a big time rehab done.
18
and-
centimeter hamstring tear.
Yeah. So I
That's
think.
a big, so.
I think for athletes, I think there should be good physios around.
Okay.
The rehab should be done properly.
Like you're saying, you need to be your own physio.
In this first part, you have to. If you're strong enough, you'll never get injured.
Then the acceptance part now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to accept that you're injured in the
Yes.
first place.
Yeah.
How-
Acceptance
Yeah.
is very important.
And you have to be very patient about the things. You can't be like, my thumb is fractured. After 2 weeks, I'm going to the pitch. You have to get enough rest for the thumb to get enough strength back, and then you go on the pitch, 100% sure. I'm fine now, and you give you 100% on the pitch.
Sure.
Anything you can add on this through your experience on missing the Olympic
Oh, I've
twin?
been the most injured one in my careers. I have almost 90 plus stitches on my body, almost 5-6 surgeries, almost 10-12 fractures. So I am like the most defective piece in my house. So, but still effective. But then, yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
but
I
still
have-
effective, very important.
So I think I have been used to. Practically, when you put it in, sum it up in that way, any sport you play, injuries are part and parcel of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have acceptance is very important. You will get injured, but at the same time, as Anup said, you should have a good set of physiotherapies, rehab, and everything has a time limit.
Okay.
If the doctor says you have to be fit in another 3 weeks, then you have to be in 3 weeks.
The
You
3
can't
weeks.
come up on second
Okay.
week and say that I'm fit.
Okay.
So it's like there's a saying: you respect your body, body will respect you.
Okay.
So that's very important.
Now, maybe a lesson that you've learned this far to these upcoming young players. What can you tell them?
I think one strong message to all the youngsters watching out there across the world, not even in Kenya, anywhere who's watching this. The most important thing is whenever you pitch or step onto the hockey field or any sport you play, just give your 100%. And one quote which I always say: just enjoy your journey more than the destination. And your journey should consist of your hard work,
Okay.
dedication, discipline, determination, and just don't worry about where it's going to lead you.
Okay.
If all these aspects, when you're disciplined, when you're determined, when you have passion, when you have true to it, trust me, you will reach at a greater height.
Okay.
Just enjoy the journey more than the destination.
Okay. Jobu.
Just the same thing. Enjoy. I tend to say enjoy the process. Enjoy the process. Nipsey, I'm a big fan of Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
You always say enjoy the process. The destination will define itself.
All right. Anup, on your end.
I think I'll just say, you always think before you do. So just, make plans, work hard for it, never give up, There'll be up and downs in life. It's all about the mindset again. Keep the ones close who motivate you the most,
Okay.
and just keep going, You'll always find a destination. You'll always find it.
All right. You guys are almost concluding your stay in Kenya, and thank you for having this conversation
you.
with us before you can leave. So, what has been your biggest takeaway to your stay?
From this country,
Yeah, from this country.
I just love Kenya. I just love the people here in Kenya. And the biggest takeaway is, even with little amount of facilities and the infrastructure or the facilities in short, I will say, still every athlete here is so passionate about doing well in his life. So I think with limited, they want to over limit themselves and work hard. So
Okay.
just imagine if the country has a good facilities, the players will be at the top level.
The same.
And soon, because honestly, after coming here, when I go back, I really want to see Kenya national hockey team playing at a bigger events.
Exactly.
So, when they start building that, the youngster who is watching, who is staying in a remote area, for example, Jobo goes and wear the national color of Kenya from where he has come or you have come.
Yeah.
The younger generation will look up to you. then it starts going.
They'll want
You
to
need to
emulate.
inspire the youngsters.
Yes.
And this government, it's high time, the Kenyan government really, really, really need to
Okay.
sit on this, think about it. You should have a sports minister who takes care of everything. In the whole of Kenya, why can we have only 2 AstroTurf? Why can't we have 20 AstroTurf?
Okay.
Let's have more AstroTurf, let's have more hockey players, let's make more champions.
Yeah. You've been to various places. I saw you at the Gong Hill, you went to
Yeah.
Mombasa, you
Yeah.
visited various places. Which place stood out?
I think Mombasa stood out. Mombasa stood out because 8 hours drive back, and seeing the countryside and enjoying every bit of it. And the one thing which I will miss when I go back, when Saturday morning I reach Mumbai, when I have chai with my mother, mandazi.
Right.
Tea without mandazi, it's not happening.
It's not happening.
No, that's not happening. But for that, it gives me, mandazi gives me a reason to come back again. So hopefully in the second part of the season, I come back. Hopefully,
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
I hope Simba will welcome you, Jobu.
Yeah, sure.
Definitely.
Hopefully we'll be seeing you in the.
And
in the
Anup, on your end, sorry, Jobu. Biggest take home while for your stay. While
I think,
staying here?
including every person you're here, I think it's the amount of happiness they have. I know they are struggling, but they are always happy. I've seen people working really hard for their families. I've experienced a lot. Sometimes, in my head, I just go like, we need to learn a lot from them.
Yeah.
And I just took one thing from a lot, but one thing in my head, I will always have this thing like, whatever you have, you should be happy.
Yeah.
It's given by God, and I'm sure God will give you more. And yeah,
A
so you
place,
should be always
a
happy.
place or a memory that will stick with you during the stay.
I think I'm very fond of animals, so obviously Sikkim because always feeding the monkeys all around, and Gong Hills because the first time I ever saw the street dogs. I was unable to find street dogs over here. I was finding them, unable to. I find few street dogs over there. Some cattle because of some people were, walking the cattle over there. So yeah, I think Gong Hills, Sikkim, and obviously Mombasa because we won the championship
Yeah.
over there. So yeah, you see the beaches and everything. But yeah, I was fond of animals, so yeah, I would say Gong Hills.
Yeah,
and
I saw a reel of camels while at the beach, so explains your love for the animals.
Yes.
Jobu, on your end, sorry, are you done, Anup? On
Yeah, I'm
your
done.
experience?
Yes.
What have you taken while interacting with these amazing gentlemen?
Wow. I've really, one thing I've really learned a lot. First of all, in terms of personality, it's so hard to, it's so hard to find someone who is new to you and they have that kind of, you interact easily with them in the first way that you see them. They have, their personality is a top notch.
Okay.
I'll say that it's a top notch. Then the friendly aspect now, I've really learned a lot from them. I can't really explain it here, but personally, I've really learned a lot from them.
Yes.
I'll miss them when they leave, for sure.
We'll miss
We'll
you
miss
too.
you too,
So I almost asked which country you'll go on, but I already know that you're going back to Mumbai.
Yeah.
Will you guys go back and play? And if you're going back to play, what's
We go back and we place it from Monday
which team are you going, guys?
for railways.
For railways.
For railways,
Okay.
our team, yeah.
Yeah. Then what next for you guys? I know you already have an academy going on.
Yeah.
You have work on the side, and you are also playing for railways, as you've
I
said.
think the next is to keep ourselves fit. That's
Yeah.
very important. And when it looks back to Sikh Union Club, honestly, in the second part of the season, we want Sikh Union to be in top 3 or top 4.
Okay.
This is our ultimate target. I really hope I come. Even if I don't come, I will be sending some really good players.
Okay.
And I really hope they do well and get Sikh Union at the top 4
Okay.
at the end of the season. But next season, when we come fresh, I can assure you that probably if everything goes well, we will stand in top 2.
So we should look forward to seeing you every other season, at least for the first or the second part of it.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully, yes. On your end, Anup.
Uh,
Same work and
I
playing.
think I think the day I reach, I have to get back to work.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then obviously I'll head to the gym in the evening.
Hustle never stops.
Yeah, so hustle never stops, you
never
know.
Keep
stops.
hustling.
And yeah, so it's gonna be the same, you know, back to normal life.
Uh-huh.
Start gymming, hockey training, office, a family, run some errands here and there. Back to normal hustle.
Yeah, you guys have played in a good number of leagues, both Europe, Africa now, and even in Asia. Is there still any league that is in your bucket list you'd wish you participate in?
It's not in the bucket list. I know it's in the future because honestly, I'll tell you, the other day when we went to see the Masters playing
Yes.
in City Park, I told one thing to the club. I'm 33, 45 I'm coming to play Masters. You know the love they have for the game. You see all the legendary,
Yes.
right from Kuli Paji to Ambi Paji.
Willie back on the team
Willie.
also, yes.
I think honestly they are more passionate than the youngsters.
Okay.
And the way they still play, I'm their huge fan. And tomorrow we are playing the veterans. We are playing with the veterans. We
Okay.
are playing against Kenya Police.
Yeah.
So 6 Willie, Kuli, Ambi, more 3 players, Asif, Arif, and then our team. We
Okay.
mix and we play against Kenya.
And the Kenya Police.
So before we go, half the bucket list is there, but I have to wait 13 years now to play in the Masters. So yeah.
Onya and Anup.
I think my dream was to play in EHL. You know, I've played in England.
You achieved.
Yeah, so yeah, that's one other thing I would love to go and play.
So you are still looking
In
forward to
Bloomingdale.
going back and yeah.
Yeah, from Bloomingdale, yeah.
So Bloomingdale is a big team. Do you want you play for them in the EHL?
No, I want to play. That's the bucket
Against
list. Yeah,
them.
but I've played in England for Belpower Men's Hockey Club in the Grade 1.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there's one thing left in my head is always playing from Bloomingdale.
From Bloomingdale.
In EHL, yeah.
Okay. But in the recent times, I've seen they've really been overtaken by some other teams also coming up really hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll follow up and see if that happens. Jobu, anything in your list? Are you looking forward to going to Mumbai? Being able to play?
I would really love to visit a new environment
Yeah.
and have a new experience as well. Hopefully they'll invite me over.
100%.
Definitely.
100%. Yes. Then now maybe shout outs. And
Before the shout outs, you've read, there's a time you talked about launching a book. Will you mind talking about it?
Yes.
Because I'm so sure so many people will want to read it and have been inspired from it as well.
And on
Always there
and
for
on top of
anything, always there for you, always there to promote sport, and always there to help the younger generation.
Will you mind talking about it in brief?
I can do that.
You've-
But you want to write a book on me?
no. The
Time you
book
talked
you
about
write.
Movie.
That one, that will be soon out. That will be soon out in December. Up in the biopic which is coming, they will soon announce in December. And when the movie has been made, one thing I can assure you on this channel, I will make sure the premiere happens in the cinema year as well.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So there's a movie and there's a book already.
No, the movie has been made.
The movie is being
The
made.
biopic.
The biopic.
The biopic.
Bio. Okay. You also participated in a TED Talk sometimes back.
Yeah, in a reality shows like Fear Factor.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot. I keep doing a lot of shows back in India.
Yeah.
But then it's good. I feel hockey has gone, hockey has taken me there. And that's what I said. I just want to keep working hard. I want to keep doing best for my state, my country, and the people around me, so that, I just inspire a lot of generation in the coming times.
Okay. Yeah, then as we wind up, shout outs to friends, family, girlfriends, wife.
I think a huge shout out from my side to the entire Kenya for accepting us with open arms, giving us that warm vibrancy, the love, the support, taking us out for dinners, taking us for party, taking us to the hockey pitches, making sure that we are comfortable. I will say 63, 64 days already up. We haven't felt so comfortable in our life because we never felt that we are away from home. We felt like home. So I think rather than giving shout out to any other, I will say a shout out to especially to our club, right from Del Mundir, who's the General Secretary, to the Chairman, to Ambi Paji, and to all our teammates, support staff, coaches, managers. I think they have been a huge support in our life, and to make sure that we were comfortable. So our stay in Kenya has been one of the wonderful stay in my hockey career.
Okay, thank you so much, UV. Now upon your end, last shout out.
I think a big shout out to the Kenya people. Again, they will welcome us. They have shown around. They have given us the food. Ugali. I love ugali. And the people are very warm over here. A big shout out to the Sikh Union Club, Darren Lobo, the coach, who invited us over here. Darren Lobo, one of the because of him we are here today. And big shout out to Del Mundir, Ambi Paji, my teammates, because they are the brothers now, and we are gonna be on the war with other teams with them. So big shout out for my teammates.
Yes.
We are really happy. We are here, and we learned a lot from them as a human being. And a big shout out for the off pitch to inviting us.
Last
for
but
this
not
Thank
least,
thank you.
for thinking about us, especially Jobo, thinking about us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And as I said, we accepted it with, we wanted to do it. And even after this video, if even 2 people get inspired, I will say it will be a success episode.
It definitely will be. Now let's start with Job. Any last word on what we haven't touched on, and then just give us a social media contact.
I really believe we've touched a lot on this podcast, and I'm so sure it's going to impact a lot on so many people's lives, because I find it so hard so many people having such kind of conversation because of fear or something. But now when we keep on doing such kind of conversation, we'll find that most people will open up and inspire the younger generations as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Enough on your end, last words, and then maybe just give us your social media handles.
I think this podcast is very good. We just opened up to a lot of things, the mental health, about also the experience, and also about the hockey, the infrastructure and everything. I think it was a great experience talking to you guys, and I would love to join back for having more postcards with you guys. It was a fun day for us. Special thanks to Jobo for inviting us. Special thanks to you, and we look forward to you. And about the Instagram handle, it's Anup Valmiki.
Yeah. Where can we do more follow-up with you? Because I liked the gym videos that you do.
Definitely on Instagram, you can see a lot of. If anyone needs help regarding the gym, the diet, about anything, you can just DM me. I'm always there to help.
Is your is it called ambassador role with
I'm
various
yes.
fitness?
So I'm ambassador of Body First Wellness. It is a brand which provides supplements. I've been on them with them for like more than 3 years now, and they provide every single thing. I'm a brand ambassador of SNS Hockey, which provides me with equipments. I'm brand ambassador of Decathlon India, which provides me other stuffs. So as I said, social media is a very strong thing. If you take it to the positive side, if you use it well, it can give you a lot.
Yeah. Okay. And finally, any last words on social media contacts?
No last word. Only a few things to add up. Again, as I said, thank you for having us. I think you guys are doing a wonderful job in impacting a lot of young generation, and also to, I think, every age group. So keep doing up the good work. And when it comes to hockey, anytime, anywhere in Kenya, you guys need me just to share my experience on the hockey pitch as practically. I'm always there to help them.
Okay.
I'm always there to support the Kenyan players. Always open. The door is always open.
Yeah.
And so my Instagram ID is Yuvraj Hockey_9. You can just find me on Instagram. So love connecting with you all, and thank you for having us.
So thank you very much, gentlemen. It's been very engaging, and I think I've also felt what Jobu is saying about you guys really being open and friendly and very willing to share on your expertise. And while at it, I've also picked up a thing or two on just ensuring the constant presence online and the need to constantly keep the spirit of working hard, whatever the situation or whatever the background. So I just want to thank you guys for creating this time.
Thank you so
And
much.
as always, we start saying it's going to be a very short one, and then the conversation never seemed to end. Even now, we are just forcing the time to run down.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a conversation that we can keep on having for the longest time.
Exactly.
So I know you'll be going back, but I'll definitely look forward to when you guys are back again. We can catch up on this
Definitely.
conversation on just the experiences from the last time we'll have done this. So thank you, and I wish
Thank
you guys
you,
all
thank
the
you.
best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.